Good morning. Back to the grind. Back to the regular swang of things. The regular swang of thing. Yeah, I'm mostly out of the black hole. I think before I went to bed last night, the views were hovering at 125 for caffeine, and which is pretty much where it was all day. And I kind of just like accepted the fact that 125 views, that's the natural life of this movie, which really is pretty depressing. 125 views for my feature-length debut. The natural life of the movie. And I say natural, people who watch it through the YouTube subscribers, people who watch it through Facebook. There has been a lot of promotion on Facebook, a lot of paid promotion. And then sometime during the night, my paid YouTube ads started, some paid promotions for the videos themselves on YouTube started running, which picked up another 50 views. Who knows how authentic those views are? I guess I will know. Starting in a couple of days when I can look at the full insights, see how long people are, how much of the movie people are watching. Of course, that's going to drag the overall averages way, way down. All the people who click onto it watch 5 minutes, watch 2 minutes, watch 30 seconds, and then click off of it. The average number of people who watch the whole movie is going to be incredibly low, I'm afraid. So yes, that started running last night. I'm a little pissed because, according to AdWords, I've spent $23 already on 55 views, when the budget, this is what it was budgeted out to be, $100 over the course of a week, which came out to like $14 and change a day. And they estimated on YouTube that would be about 2,500 views. That's what they estimate. That's what they told me they were going to deliver. So when I've already spent almost a quarter of that budget and only have 55 views, that kind of sucks. But, yeah, at least those are authentic views, not like promotions I've done years ago where it's just it's just putting numbers on the video. There are real people behind those clicks. So maybe, I don't know what the percentage boils down to, 1 out of 100, 1 out of 1,000 that actually watched the whole movie and hit that like button or something, I don't know. But yeah, I'm letting go of it, finding a peace about it. It is sad, no matter how you slice it. The fact that, I spent so much time and energy to make this movie, and then post it, and then that's it. And it's just everything else I've ever gone through with YouTube, only on a much grander scale. Yeah. Who knows? The hope is that, it's a slow burn. Just like, and maybe it is. Maybe it's like the Touching Gadgets videos. Maybe there is a life there, and it's just this slow burn. A life of curiosity, where people will start seeing it and seeing this 74-minute video. It's a feature film. It's shot by one person. What is this? Gotta check this out. And it's just this thing that'll, be collecting a little bit of views on an ongoing basis. Who knows? But, the thing that I have to kind of focus on is everything else, and remember that there's other things to focus on. The hope is the unspoken hope is that, and maybe I spoke it in the last video, The unspoken hope is that, you know, that's the one video, I did speak it, that's the one video that, you know, you put all your time and energy into. It's the perfect hello world video. That's going to be the one that breaks it. And then from there, you know, this even tinier hope, you know, I'm doing all the Horbarong creative stuff and starting to build that business up. But what if? Think about what I'm doing. I have Horbarong Creative, which is more consulting stuff, and then Horbarong Studios, which would be all the personal creative videos and content that I create myself. So what if, you know, the premiere of this movie means my April deadline is brought about through Horbarong Studios and not Horbarong Creative? What if Horbarong Studios is enough to sustain me? What if I can actually find a way to make Horbarong Studios work, and I don't have to run around trying to find clients and other small businesses to do creative work for? And that's a very enticing thought, and you know, it's one of those thoughts that you desperately want to believe in. But, you know, yeah, I read the Jobs book, and it bioed enough of Pixar to get a pretty good understanding of it. And before Toy Story, it was just this labor of passion and a black hole of money. And it took a long time to get to Toy Story. And then when Toy Story finally came out, that was boom. That was when Pixar was finally a success. And I'm not thinking that caffeine's my Toy Story, but it's a percentage of my Toy Story. Why can't it be? I don't know. But yeah, I am working on the other stuff. I am, you know, focusing, and that April deadline looms. I've been cleaning out my office, tidying it up and scaling back, making the exit, setting myself up for when the exit comes to be as smooth as possible. And it's also my passive-aggressive fuck you to the office. I'm waiting for someone to notice, hey, what's wrong with your office? Nothing. Just cleaned it up. And took everything out of it. I took home one of my Zaphod zombie posters yesterday. I'll probably take the other one home by the end of the week. I guess the big one is going to be Little Zombies, which is hanging up. Anyway, yeah, I'm working on the Horbarong creative stuff. I'm also, and again, I am, you know, I'm not giving up on caffeine entirely. I'm working on the paid promotion elements, which is just going to suck because I think it's just going to be a world of disappointment. Facebook was really interesting. I'm doing a lot of playing around with it, and the page promotion worked out pretty well, and I made I cleared 100 likes, and they've been engaged people who liked the page. I feel it did work out well. It was I think just shy of $50 for the couple of days of promotion that I did. And you know, it started off as a very, very slow and very uninspiring. So the other thing I'm playing with is Facebook's big gotcha with the promoted posts. You know, $5 to promote a post a day, and it's for 3-day intervals. And it's a shitty gotcha because they keep your post hidden from, you know, not all of your followers your page likes can see your content. So, and they do that to make their promoted posts more valuable. But the other end of that is that your page will, during that promotion, will actually show up in a prominent, and you've seen them. You know, this post was liked by. They put it up into a heavier rotation on your friends' timeline. So people who are friends with your friends, you get wider exposure to that network. So I'm playing around with that. I first started with just the URL, the native URL, the one that's pinned to the top of the Horbarong page, for Caffeine, and then this morning I uploaded the 40-second promo and switched my budget over to that. We'll see how that one goes. And then I'm also running the YouTube promotion on the same video on YouTube, the 40-second preview, because that one is, I mean, I cut that with the mindset that should run in those video pre-rolls. I thought I could run that and then link the ad to the full movie, but I couldn't find out how to do that, if that's even possible. I think it has to be linked to the exact same movie. So there's a bunch of different areas, and that I'm playing with. I don't want to think about how much I'm going to be spending on this, but I think like after a week and a half, next week this time, I'm probably going to be mostly done with spending money on caffeine. This is for a no-budget film. But that's how it has to work, you know. I'll probably resort back to the traditional stuff that I had started working on Facebook, where it's just graphics and stuff like that. Like yesterday, the big accomplishment, aside from, you know, stepping away from caffeine, was finally building out the real estate page. I'm satisfied with what I've done with this real estate client. I just need to get to her to deliver the website, which should be tomorrow. And it's turned out to be a nice little gig. I got it out to about $300. And again, there should be some ongoing work with her, with more properties as they come in, which are going to be about, you know, $60 a pop. So that's a nice little. Oh, and then I got a huge inventory update for Strong Persuader. Essentially, by the end of, I don't want to say this week, but next week, the iPad Mini will have paid for itself, and then some. That's I'm being optimistic. No, that's about right. Anyway, I took all of the collateral and I finished designing videos. There's a really good comparison video of the Steadicam versus just a regular iPhone video for a walkthrough. There's that comparison video. I redid the titles on the walkthroughs. And then I just put together that real estate page. And Rob, if you haven't seen it yet, certainly go check it out and crib what you need to crib from it. The panoramas, the 360 panoramas, that is there's a number of apps you can use. On Android, yeah, I don't know what they are on Android, because I kind of was focusing on the best of the best, and I found them on. I think the best of the best for Android is Google's Photosphere, but that's only available, Rob, on the new Nexus devices currently, unless you're into hacking and to get that software, which is funny because they're billing it as a camera, and it really is just software. It's software. You could find a 360 app in the App Store. You know, Occipital, which is what I use, might actually be on Android. It wouldn't surprise. It probably is. I don't know if it's as good though. So Google's Photosphere is most certainly the best for 360 panoramas. You would have to get the Nexus 4. You would have to, or the Nexus 10, or you have to hack your device. Either way, it's a relative. If you want the best of the best, it is actually kind of a low cost of entry. You probably are already in the market for a new tablet, so the Nexus 10 might be a perfect purchase. $399, $400, 10-inch tablet. I moved away. I went back to the iPad. Again, I already expressed why I wanted the cellular and again the Occipital app, the Panorama app. But the other thing that it's just been pissing me off with with Android, specifically the Nexus 7. Great specs, fantastic device, beautiful screen, and then it just still lags. There's these lags that are just inherent with Android, and it just started getting annoying. And that simply is not the case with Apple devices. So I just wanted to go back to that smooth, perfect user experience that Apple provides, in addition to all of the other creative reasons. Strangely enough, on the phone, on the Droid Razr, I don't think I've ever really had any lag issues, but I also used it a lot less than the tablet. But anyway, I'm talking about the panoramas. The Nexus 10, very low cost of entry. The Nexus 4 is even cheaper, especially, but then, it's a cell phone, so I don't know if you want to switch your carriers over to T-Mobile prepaid or something. But the Nexus 4 is $300 starting out. So if you just want to get, that's how I justified it. I had all the different elements of the things that I wanted and needed to get, including the 360 panorama, and it ended up equaling the iPad mini, and that justified the investment. Like I said, it's paid for itself now. And it's been critical to do this first real estate project client and close and complete the project. So it actually literally has paid for itself, almost. So on the iOS side of things, that's where I'm playing with the 360 panoramas. On the iOS side of things, there is what I have, which is, I think it's actually labeled 360 Panorama in the App Store, but it's from a developer called Occipital. And then the other one would be, I don't remember what it's called, but it's a Microsoft product. And they're actually both very good. The Occipital, I went with the Occipital one because I think I paid for it, and it seemed like there was a better back end for it, where basically it's publishing to its own little mini social network, and from there you can take, when you log into it on occipital.com, you log into your profile, you can take your panoramas and then share them out and embed them and do all this other stuff, which is critical for the real estate side of things. So that's my recommendation. And then it works on any iOS device. I tested it. I was doing my initial tests on my iPod Touch, but of course the iPod Touch has these really crappy cameras on them. So again, that prompted the further investment in the iOS hardware, so I could do that. And of course, Apple, Google has had regular panoramas in their cameras forever, and then Apple released it in the iPhone 5, that feature baked into their camera, and It was like this great big new invention. So of course I expect Apple to follow in Google's footsteps and release 360 panorama probably in another 6 months to a year. That's likely. So that is the trick behind the 360 panoramas, and I think it's a good selling point. I think it's an excellent selling point. You look at the real estate services page, you can see it. My next step with that is just getting it out there. There's the post on Facebook, which I really don't think is going to be very beneficial for finding clients. Maybe. But I will, I have a list of potential clients that I can contact, and then just putting it out there and advertising to realtors in the area. It's only, I'm really looking for maybe 1 or 2 right now. That's all I'm looking for. That's all I'm going to be able to handle for the time being. And I think that what I'm offering, $60 to inventory a property. So if you're talking residential, $60 to have a guy come in, shoot a beautiful walkthrough, Steadicam walkthrough, take all your photos, and do 360 panoramas. $60 to have somebody come in and do all of that. When you're a realtor selling a property, that's fucking cheap. I mean, assuming if you don't want to do it yourself, and you don't have the tools to do it yourself correctly, that's pretty fucking cheap. So I think it's a good sell. I think it's an easy sell. Just an issue of getting the material, getting that page in front of people, getting the page in front of realtors who are ready to invest in that kind of collateral. So I feel good about that, and that was the big thing. I need to get the first one out of the way. Wow. I need to get the first one out of the way so I have the collateral to pitch, and then it's just go out and find the clients. So that's a lot of long techie ramble bullshit. And woe is me bullshit. My sister's doing the shitty fucking vague booking again. Because something happened. Something's up. I don't know what. And I posted, you're vague booking again. Stop vague booking. And she goes, well, maybe you should pick up the phone and call your little sis. And I just said, well, that would be indulging the vague booking, I'd hate to, you know how I hate to encourage bad behavior. Which is exactly what it is. It's going on Facebook and saying, oh, woe is me, please shower me with attention. It's this horrible, pathetic, and she goes, well, some things just shouldn't go on Facebook. Oh, but your endless posting of all these shitty fucking dumbass inspirational quotes, that's okay, the real horrible bullshit, that's okay to post on Facebook. But whatever is genuinely bothering you, whatever you're genuinely doing with, in general, you being genuine isn't good enough to post on Facebook? It's hilarious. You can tell that I get frustrated. Oh, woe is me. Woe is me. Another day at the office. Things have actually slowed down for me, but that's probably good because I need to get some fucking work done. Yeah, things have slowed down for me. I was actually supposed to go to Gainesville today, which was gonna really suck monkey testicles, and it got indefinitely postponed, and I couldn't be happier. Please, if you're still watching this, I got into a tussle with Roger on Facebook, Hobsquatch. But I am being, it is a genuine request. If you've watched Caffeine, do me a solid. And I know you've for sure you've left a comment, but I would really love a video response. Just to go on, and good Lord, we certainly haven't done this ever well, no, we have done it before, but we haven't done this in a super long time, years. But go on and post a video review. I would love that. That would be pretty cool. And if I get enough, I can, use them, cut them together, make something of it. That'd be kind of cool, right? Leave me a video review of my movie that I made by myself. Check it out, please. If it works in your schedule, if you're inspired to do it.